Hello friends, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will go through few of the key terminology used in Microsoft Entra ID, and this will help in understanding the concept of Microsoft Entra ID. So let's begin. The first one is identity. Now what is an identity is a thing that can get authenticated. An identity can be a user with a username and password. Identities also include applications or other servers that might require authentication through secret key or certificates. So anything which can be authenticated is actually an identity, which could be a user account, or which could be a machine, which could be an application which can be authenticated is called as an identity. Next one is an account. An account that has data associated with it. You cannot have an account without an identity. So first we need to have an identity, and then we need to have an account. So we cannot have an account without an identity. An account, whenever we create an account, that has to have an identity assigned or mapped to it. The next keyword, Microsoft Entra account. An identity created through Microsoft Entra ID or another Microsoft cloud service such as Microsoft 365. Identities are stored in Microsoft Entra ID and accessible to your organization's cloud service subscriptions. This account is also sometimes called as a work or a school account. So we have seen what is an identity, and then we have seen what is an account, and then now what is Microsoft Entra account. So Microsoft Entra account is an account which is created through a in Microsoft Entra ID or a Microsoft cloud service, and that is stored into the subscription. Now the next one is account administrator. So this is basically a role, and this is classic subscription administrator role, is conceptually the billing owner of the subscription. This role enables you to manage all subscriptions in an account. So this role, the person who has this role assigned, or the classic subscription or the account administrator role, which is a subscription administrator role, is used for managing the subscription, and also is the billing owner of the subscription. Service administrator. So this role, this classic subscription administrator role, enables you to manage all Azure resources including access. This role has the equivalent access of a user who is assigned the owner role at the subscription role or subscription scope or subscription level. So service administrator has a equal of the subscription. So anyone who has assigned the owner role at the subscription level has a similar privilege to the service administrator. So again, service administrator, this classic subscription administrator role enables you to manage all Azure resources including access. This role has the equivalent access of a user who is assigned the owner role of the subscription scope. The next one is the owner. This role helps you manage all Azure resources including access. This role is built on a newer authorization system called Azure Role-Based Access Control, Azure RBAC, that provides fine-grained access management to Azure resources. Next, Microsoft Intra Global Administrator. This administrator role is automatically assigned to whomsoever created the Microsoft Intra tenant. You can have multiple global administrator, but only global administrator can assign administrator roles, including assigning other global administrators to users. So the Microsoft Global Administrator role, this role automatically assigned to the person who has created the Intra ID or Intra tenant in the first place, and we can have more than one global administrator. However, the first global administrator or only the global administrator can assign roles to the another user as a global administrator. Next one, Azure subscription. Used to pay for Azure cloud services, you can have many subscriptions and they are linked to a credit card. So a subscription is kind of a landing zone or a green field or a platform or a what do you say? A place, a virtual place where we create our resources, and all our resources, which could be compute, which could be storage account, which could be app services and network and so on. And the billing happens based on the subscription. So anything which is running on the subscription is being used for, and all the services being run on the subscription is how the billing is being considered at. And we can have more than one subscriptions, and they all can be linked to the same credit card. Now, tenant. A Microsoft intra-tenant is an instance of Microsoft Entra ID in which information about a single organization resides, including organizational objects such as user groups, devices, and application registration. A tenant also contains access and compliance policies for resources such as applications registered in the directory. Each Microsoft intra-tenant has a unique ID called as tenant ID and a domain name, for example, contosa.on microsoft.com, and serves as a security and administrative boundary, allowing the organization to manage and control access to resources, application devices, and services. So this is how this is an explanation of what the tenant is, and this helps you understand. This will help you understand what a tenant is. Moving to the next, single tenant. Azure tenants that access other services in a dedicated environment are considered as single tenant. Now, what is multi-tenant? A multi-tenant organization is an organization that has more than one instance of Microsoft Entra ID. Reasons why an organization might have multiple tenant include organization with multiple subsidiaries or business units that operate independently, organization that merge or acquire companies, multiple geographical boundaries with various residency, regulatory, and more. So multi-tenant is if you want to replicate or trying to visualize is this with with the on-prem AD or Microsoft Active Directory services. We used to have forest, and then we have in the forest we have trees, and then we have child domains, right? So we, in the similar way, we have one is parent domain and the child domain concept. Similarly, we can have multi-tenant, wherein either we have multiple subsidiaries or different companies, parent company and child companies, or we have acquired some other companies. So in Microsoft Active Directory services, when we acquire a new company, they become a child to the parent domain. Similarly, we can have concept of multi-tenant or a tenant subtenant within a root tenant for a subsidiary or acquisition. Microsoft Intra Directory. The term Microsoft Intra Directory and Microsoft Intra Tenant are often used interchangeably. The directory is a logical container within a Microsoft Intra tenant that holds and organizes the various resources and objects related to identity and access management, including users, groups, application devices, and other directory objects. Basically, the directory is like a database or a catalog of identities and resources associated with an organization's tenant. A Microsoft Intra tenant consists of only one directory. Next one, custom domain. Every new Microsoft Intra directory comes with an initial domain name. For example, domain name.onmicrosoft.com. In addition to that, initial name can also add your organization's domain name. Your organization domain name includes the name of use to do business or your users uses to access your organization resources. To the list, adding custom domain helps you to create users name that are familiar to your users, such as alien@contoso.com. So custom domain is like creating a CNAME for yourself or for your organization, which your employees or your organization recognize better. So by default it will be domain name dot on microsoft.com, but there is a way to have a custom domain which would be similar to alien@contoso.com, or it could be anything which represents your organization. Now Microsoft account, also called MSA, personal account that provides access to your consumer oriented Microsoft product and cloud services. These products and services include Outlook, OneDrive, Xbox Live, or Microsoft 365. Your Microsoft account is created and stored in Microsoft Consumer Identity Account System that runs by Microsoft. So this is what Microsoft account is, which we use to access Microsoft Outlook and one various resources of Microsoft. Hope this has been useful. Thank you for your time. See you again in the next video.